I can't believe it, but I have a kindergartner this year. Hey, and welcome to my channel. So today I want to share with you what we are using for my kindergartner. This is my third child, my first girl that I'm going to be homeschooling. I'm super excited. I have to be honest, this is kind of like a in between kindergarten and first grade year. Last year we actually used My Father's World Kindergarten as our preschool, and I thought that this would be something that we would just use, you know, a couple days a week, a few days a week. The girl wanted to do it every day, and we ended up finishing it. So she essentially finished kindergarten. We didn't do a math curriculum, but I think she's gonna fly through this one that I have for you. Okay, so my daughter is not quite 5.5, and when we start school, she is already reading consonant, vowel, consonant words. So, you know, simple words like bat, cat, those types of things. She has read through just about all of the first level of Bob books. So she is ready to go, and she is excited to start her official kindergarten year. So for reading, because we try in kindergarten, our main focus is reading, writing, and math. So for reading, we have All About Reading, level 1. I think she is absolutely ready to get into this. This is going to be my third time going over this, and so I'm super excited. No doubt in my mind that this is the reading curriculum that I want to do. If you saw my shorts, you know what Office Depot did to my poor beloved activity book. And so I still have all of my activities, but I needed to get a new activity book so that we could get the new words. So we actually have the color copy now, which is very exciting. So I think it's going to be nice to have extra activities in case we need them, but otherwise we're just going to be using this for the practice sheets and the warm-ups and things like that. So All About Reading. I have blog posts, I have videos, anything you need to know about All About Reading, I'm your girl. Okay, so for math, guys, this one was really, 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 really tough. I actually bought 2 curriculums because I could not decide. First and foremost, if you don't know, my 2 older children have dyslexia. I don't know if you know this, but when you have multiple children with dyslexia, there's a pretty good chance some of your other children are going to have dyslexia. I have 5. She's my third. I see a couple signs, but also those signs are pretty common up to about age 7. So I'm keeping an eye on them. And so I'm glad we're using an Orton Gillingham reading program. So that's good. But one of these math curriculums, okay, I'll just tell you what they are. I was back and forth between All About Math and Math with Confidence Kindergarten. The reason I went with this one is because I think using the other one is just going to be too much. And so we went with Math with Confidence Kindergarten. This is my first time actually using the kindergarten. I have used 1st through 4th grade now. First time using the kindergarten one because I went through the same thing when my older son was in kindergarten. I could not decide between 2 different curriculums, and I went with the other one. So, if you're not familiar with Math with Confidence, again, tons of videos, tons of blog posts about it. It's very hands-on. It seems simple if you're just looking at the workbook, but I love the way that they teach math. I love the way that it incorporates games and things like that. And so this is going to be my first year teaching 2 Math with Confidence levels. So a lot of people complain about that. So I guess I'm going to see if that is a pro or con for me. The other thing is that the other one I was considering was All About Math. And doing All About Math, I was a little bit too worried it would be too much with All About Reading as well. Now, if I have another child who ends up having dyslexia, I probably will consider switching to All About Math just because that is kind of their jam, right? They know about dyslexia, they know about learning challenges. That's who I go to for my reading and my spelling. It makes sense that I would go to them for my math for a child that struggles with things in math because of dyslexia. So if I think that she's doing well in this, if I think she's understanding things, okay, we will continue with Math with Confidence. If not, I will just have to spend a little bit more extra time, and I will continue to go through with All About Math. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope to make a video comparing the two, even though I haven't used All About Math yet. I have seen lots of videos. I have the teacher's guide literally somewhere up here on my shelf. And so I really went, looked through a lot of it. And I just think that homeschooling 3 children, my oldest being in high school and having 2 toddlers, everything like that, I think it's just going to make the most sense to use kindergarten math with confidence. And so that is what we're going to try. It says that, the things that you're going to be doing are things like counting to 100, writing numbers, shapes and patterns, beginning addition, things like that. Those are all things that she kind of has already done in My Father's World kindergarten. So this is going to be kind of a reintroduction, a little bit more in depth than My Father's World kindergarten did. So I think I'm praying that this was the right choice. Okay, so the other thing that I said is one of our main staples in kindergarten is handwriting. And so we are going to be going through Handwriting Without Tears book 1. I gotta be honest with you, mainly because this was on my shelf and it needs to be used, so I might as well use it. Again, she got lots of good handwriting practice in My Father's World kindergarten. So I think this is considered the 1st grade level book. And so I think this is gonna be a good fit for her. She has pretty good handwriting, but also she could use some work. So, if you've never seen inside it, it's just a little bit of what it looks like. So it's a lot less focused on, they do have, each specific letter, but maybe not as much as a kindergarten book would have. So this is what she's using for handwriting. Now, while those are our main focuses, she does have 2 older siblings that are doing other things. And so I want to include her in those. So for instance, what we are going to be doing for Bible, we are going to be using Who is God? This is Apology is What We Believe series. This is book 1. It's designed for ages 6 to 14. Now she's not quite 6. So I think my boys may be reading this independently, and then we kind of sit and discuss the questions and do some of the activities together. So if that's the case, then she is just going to kind of be involved in that. I do have some other things. I was planning this year on using some different A Year of Learning things. So there was like Primer with Pooh, there was, I can't remember, the nature one, I can't remember what it's called, but there are lots of things in there that incorporate Bible and handwriting worksheets and things like that. So I can always pull that out as well if I don't feel like she's as involved with this Bible as I'm hoping she will be. So for history, we are doing Biblioplan year 4, and she absolutely loves to be involved with the arts and crafts and projects and things like that that we do. She has absolutely loved them, and so I have tried to include her in them as much as possible. And so again, this is something that my boys will read independently, so we may not be reading it together with her, but she'll be in the projects, in the videos, everything like that. So for science, my 9th grader is going to be doing science himself this year, and so my younger son needs a buddy. So my kindergartner will probably be a little bit more involved in science than she is with history. So we are going to be using Simple Studies Jungle Creatures, then we're going to use Simple Studies Desert Creatures, and then I have Noeo's Biology 2. Now this is designed for grades 4 through 6, but I have lots of things that I got from Teachers Pay Teachers years ago when my younger son was teamed up with my older son to kind of make it more age appropriate. So for instance, we're going to be learning things like plants and, digestion and things like that. And so I have several different things that are more K through 2 level that she can have. She loves worksheets, workbooks. She's that type of girl, which is a girl after my own heart. So I totally get it. So I have some things that she can do and work on, and we're gonna watch videos, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun together this year. That is my main goal for kindergarten, and I hope it's your goal for kindergarten, especially if you're a new homeschooler mama. Please listen to me. If there is one thing I could go back and do with myself as a 1st year, 2nd year, whatever year it was, kindergartner, homeschool mom, It is let that baby have fun, okay? It does not have to be serious. It can be fun, okay? There is time when they get older in junior high, high school, where it starts to become a little bit more serious. Maybe you focus a little bit more on things. But in kindergarten, let them have fun. They will love it. They will read. I promise they will. Even I have kids with severe dyslexia. They will read. They will enjoy reading one day if you nurture it, if you let them, you know, have fun with it. So do not be stressed if you are a first-time homeschool mom. I love you. I am here for you. Please let me know if there's anything you need down in the comments. With all of that being said, I think that that is pretty much it, everything that we're using. I feel so scatterbrained when it comes to kindergarten because, like I said, it's my third kid. We're kind of hanging on by the seat of our pants. We have our core, and then other stuff we're just gonna kind of incorporate. Bob books and other books that she loves. We have like a Good and the Beautiful kindergarten reader that they used to use that we have that she likes to look through and read, and you know, just lots of different things like that. I know that I'm probably going to incorporate some literature. I definitely want to get some picture books and do some little projects and things like that because that's just her jam, you know, like that's just what she's all about. So I'm totally cool with throwing that in when we can. But again, we're just going to focus on the core and anything else is extra. Okay, so I think that that is everything that we are using this year for my daughter for kindergarten. Please let me know down in the comments what you are using. I love to know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys next time. Bye.